quarter. It's right here where we are right now. You can come down and bring your kids. They're gonna have hot chocolate. Kente, you'll see the Black Santa Claus. We know who that is. DeWitt. I'm just hollering out because we got to keep that a secret. Toy giveaway. We're gonna be doing that as well. And I know, Austin, you got something over there about the bus ride. What's that all about?
Yeah, so it says here it's a jump on the bus event. It's a midwinter getaway from January 18th to January 20th through wufo. We'll be going to Washington, D.C. It's going to be a 2-day stay at the Hampton Inn in Baltimore, the Bayview campus. So you got the hotel, you're getting all that paid for. There's some deals if you add more people, so a single all the way up to a quad. So if you want to bring more people, you save more money. The second deposit is due
now. Oh,
yeah,
you got time. I see. Looked at the time.
Do a little bit ago, but the final payment is due on December 18th. So the bus is already half full. If you're interested, just call the station, which will be 716-834-1080, or visit our website, power965radio.com, and make sure if you do have any questions, don't leave them up to. Don't say you can't go. Get it. Call in and see if there's a way that we can still make it happen.
Sponsors right now to sponsor some youth to go on this trip. So if we know any major corporations or sponsors that would love to sponsor 2 to 3 kids, please get with the station and send that in like ASAP. They will be there for a couple of days. How many days are going to be there? I think it's 2 days.
So it's
like
from the 18th to the 20th.
So please, help sponsor a kid to go to DC and get on the ride. One thing I seen in the Challenger mistrial rule for the case of Carol Horn. Y'all was talking about it last week. And I'm hearing some things that's going on with it. She's not taking the plea deal. She wants to take it to trial. And so she has the right to do that. I think you guys were talking about that before. It's on page 10 in the Challenger. And Mr. Jim Anderson, what do you think about that thing?
Well, I was down at 2 great events happened that day. I think the dismissal of her case for mistrial was appropriate. Carol was able to bring up in there the fact that the judge and the attorney she had weren't prepared. Look how long they've been dragging this out.
Wow.
And, whatever the stipulation where they don't want her to talk as she know it, she's not going for that. But it's good that it's a mistrial. And this is one of the things you have to do with the system. You have to not give into it.
Right.
You have to play every card that you got for your freedom and your justice. So community, let's stay on guard and ready to be there when the sister calls. And so shout out to her and her family. And also want to give shout out to Sherry Sherrill. Who have done an awesome job. Have done a great job with the Humboldt Parkway Restoration Project.
Right.
In terms of getting it put on hold as they continue to wage struggle and see people.
Talk about that money,
we're seeing what we have been doing since our existence.
You have power.
Yeah. Look, you can't talk about, you hear people say, no justice, no peace. Well, peace demands action. It don't just fall out. Peace means you got to remove the injustice. And this is what you see happening. When you see folks like Carol Horn standing up in court, pushing back and speaking on her self-right, that's what we have to do whenever we're in a court situation. When you see the community of the Humboldt Parkway and those around the city who support the cause, holding it down, showing up, keeping the pressure on, going and exhausting the process. Some people go away when they get pushed away at the door, and then they just go away. They don't know, if you go over here, you can file this, and then that's another way to get in. They don't want to give up.
Right.
But the Humboldt Parkway Restoration Project, the group working on that restoration, has not given up. And even while it's on hold, they still ain't giving up because they know it ain't buried yet. So you having it on hold is one thing. But to say it's over, the governor and the tricks she brought in on that project are going to have to come back with more money and do it right, or don't come back. And those who were going for the money and not the people's lives, look, a lot of times people get things wrong. That's
so it's
okay.
on hold for right now.
It's on hold, but it's not it's not totally gone. On
Right.
whole, mean it's still hanging there. And what generally happens is groups try and look for a loophole to get in, or
Right.
wait for some statute to change that will allow them to get in. This is why the electoral process is important,
Yes.
because this is the same game Trump played. He stalled and stalled till he in now. Now some of that stuff on him, he can push back, might even push out of the way totally. Some of those who were caught on some stuff, if he can get certain regulations changed, now ain't no charge against you. I mean, you know, you're
So
not
the
in
charge is on
violation.
hold now.
Right,
basically.
and I'm just saying, yeah, for him, but I'm just saying, when you see the larger picture,
Yes.
and those with big money, that's the level they play at. They ain't worried about you catching them. They got escape routes. I'm just saying, but look, even more seriously is what we do here on the ground, and it starts from the basics. If the people don't have the information, you hear me, elected officials, they don't have the information, they can't do that well.
But we
And,
had a good thing.
and certainly, if the young people don't have it, they can't do that well. I mean, I give praise to every young person who
Right.
comes out of a household that's keeping them on the strong end of life.
Right.
And I also have encouragement and willing to help with those who need some help. And that's what we got to do, community.
So
I'm
we just had the
setting
big
up.
turkey drive, WFO and Daryl Saxon Thomas Edwards funeral home. That was a success. They gave away over 1,000 turkeys Saturday, and people came from all over, and it
Yeah.
was a successful
And you tell that lady,
event.
that
Yes.
was nice. You tell that lady, I said, next time you tell her to park down the street, I don't want to hear
Yeah.
you framing it, well, coming up with an excuse. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Not when you volunteer. When you
Hey,
volunteer,
say it
you
now.
follow direction.
Yes.
You hear me, lady? I knew you're gonna be mad, but I didn't show your picture like my brother showed it.
Yes, yes.
But
yes.
I might go back and post it and say, don't you do that
And we
again.
got some folks doing, we giving away things in our community. It's always somebody that don't want to like them, just get upset. Why y'all doing it? Y'all hampering me from doing this. We doing something for the community. Folks, come on. We a giving place.
Let me
No.
throw you off cue again. So I know you said you're looking forward to Thanksgiving. You know somebody that's like gonna be throwing down in the oven, huh?
I got a
connection.
5-star restaurant at the house. I'm not gonna say the invitation open, but my mom, she hold it down for sure. I got friends. I got friends who one time I came downstairs, my friend didn't even say hi to me. He already in the mac and cheese. Man. I had to rewind it, man. Jordan, if you listening, man, come on now. Let me get my East first.
Hey, any pies on the windowsill?
It'd be some good sweet potato. It'd be some good sweet
Oh,
potato
look
pies.
at
But
here. Okay, we ain't saying
I
that.
ain't gonna sign her up for nothing. I ain't gonna sign her up for nothing.
Yeah, don't say
She's
that.
willing. She's
You already
willing.
said Jordan. Look.
Yeah, I said my friend name. Yeah, he know who he is.
I don't want you to mess it up for me either. So don't
Right.
be saying nothing because
Well, we gave away a lot of stuff. They gave away,
Yeah, y'all had a bunch of
separate bag filled with stuff that you can use for real, not just fake out stuff or outdated things. Things were in there to get you back to that home cooked meal that your mother or your grandmother did back in the day. That was all day long. Let you lick the bowl with the cake on it and all that. There,
I got one for you and your sisters.
Yeah.
How come y'all don't cook Thanksgiving dinner?
It's a good question. I think.
Do y'all know?
What's you?
I know how to cook enough.
I
But
mean,
I
and
don't.
invite. I'm thinking, man, imagine y'all cooking and invite mom and dad and grandma over, and of course a doctor or
The
somebody.
tradition gotta be.
You can cook.
Can you
A
cook?
little bit. I cooked
Yeah, I
salmon.
can
We had the
cook,
family.
yeah.
It didn't go the best. So
But that's a tradition that got to be passed down through the mothers. They usually give it to the daughters. You know what I'm saying? The daughter's supposed to know, but now, I mean, you get some daughters don't know how to even braid hair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of these traditions are being lost because, we not being that family bond like we used to. As soon as they turn 18, 19, they out the house. Some of the traditions of that braiding the hair. I mean, braiding.
See,
tight,
these are all the things we could do
Yeah.
at community level.
Mhm.
We could come off. I mean, on your block. Imagine, folks, if we when we talking about we gotta come together, the easiest place to show it is on your block.
That's when Block Club.
That's
comes.
you why would you want to walk out of an unhealthy block Go spend the day of your life doing something somewhere else that you think make you happy, then way back into something that is sour. Why don't you do something while you're there? In other words, I know it ain't bad. I'm just saying, why don't you share your talent?
Mhm.
Why don't you help bloom a garden among the young people, even the older folks there? I'm not kidding when I tell you that a block club can do more than sweep the streets and have a block party. It can do life impacting things. It's more than just sharing a cup of sugar. I mean, really caring for one another. If our blocks was doing that, then you would see clusters that could lend themselves to catching the ones who don't have something they can go to.
Right.
We would create a dynamic with such a value that even if people had not been engaged to it, they would get infected by the value line being raised in that way. And that's why we can't say it's outside of us. It's inside of us.
It's inside of us.
And those who step up to a higher level, even to be on radio. You can't be on radio and not tell some good stuff to the people that you know is good. And it's not just telling them, it's telling ourselves too. When we say stuff, we ought to be about it as well. And that's all I'm saying. That's how you walk around feeling strong and healthy and like you can go anywhere and you have no doubt. Don't mean you know everything. You can take instruction. You can be peaceful. You can be loving. You can be kind. You can share. But if you ain't doing it right where you live, you probably not doing it at all.
So they got the Northland Corridor is having apply for auto tech. You see it on the back here.
Auto
You
tech
want to talk about
program.
that real quick?
Come on, we got our auto tech program. So for those people who may be a part of that Sumitomo group, or just anybody age 18 to 80 who's interested, starting January, we're having an auto tech program. So it's going to be 8 months long. You're going to learn all you need to get entry level work as an auto technician, a quick lane technician. When you look at like those Valvolines and places like that, man, we getting people prepared to go into that type of work. We also have a Christmas party coming up on the 10th.
Uh-oh.
Right? So come out, get
Yeah.
information on it. Be
Right.
proactive. If you know this program is starting, if there's a seat available and you want your child or yourself in it, then be proactive with your future. Be invest in it. Come out. It's already an event, but that's how you make those connections so that you can kind of grow and learn information.
So that's a pre-enrollment session, Tuesday 6 p.m., Wednesday 10 a.m., Thursday 4 p.m. Pre-enrollment session for the auto tech. So you have to get down there. Those dates that I called off and those times to go down there so you can get into there now. Great work. Now we see billboards. I think Austin for the work you are doing with the Northland piece there, and now more information out there on the radio station. So somebody heard us.
We
And,
trying to be
I'm
where
glad
the
we got
people
to
are.
connect with you.
I'm gonna get your boss cut. I'm gonna get you to get your boss cut.
Yeah.
I already told him. I already told him, Stephen, man, come on, come down
Come on,
here.
yeah,
Have a
tell me-
conversation.
Tell him don't let it be. He
I'ma
may
tell
be.
him, I'ma tell
He
him
may
Jim-
be the
Jim
next
Anderson
call.
called for me.
But
Don't go to
wait,
a gala.
hold
Oh,
on.
yeah,
No, we
gotta
not doing
leave
that.
it.
Look,
Yes, you
In
do.
in Steven's defense, he
Uh-oh.
was scheduled to be a guest here, but then he had to meet with, I think it was either the governor or somebody that was in town that day. But he has said yes, and he
Okay.
wouldn't say no. He's not like some of these other.
And-
He's
and
not like
I-
some of these other people
I'm
that.
not mad. Don't be. Hey, look, don't let the governor skip me. But anyway, I ain't. Yeah. You tell the governor to come with you.
Yeah.
Tell the governor you got somewhere important to be.
Mhm.
But now that she's white, I do want to ask you because we've been talking all morning. And they ain't said much or not, just got one point of information.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you, Latasha. Anything on the mic.
What did you cook? What did you cook? You cooking?
Look at he.
Well, I'm not. I don't know that I'm cooking the whole dinner this year.
Look.
I'm
She said
doing
you better-
partnership. I'm doing partnership because my mother's in the hospital. So we gonna
You
have
better
some.
call
We're
Auntie.
having it at her house with my. But I will be doing some stuff, not
Okay.
all the stuff.
Uh-oh.
And then number two,
get a sandwich.
for those of you who are entrepreneurs, which I probably will get in trouble for, but if you're an entrepreneur and you have a desire to create a last minute ebook or digital product, I'm doing a free class tonight at 6 p.m. on Zoom. All you have to do is, if you are with me on Instagram, is I am the Latasha. You write in there a comment or reply or ready, and you could come for free. I had a group of people last week that were there for free. They all have items that they can sell immediately. immediately.
I got a whole storage of stuff that's sitting there.
These are digital products, ebooks. The stuff that you see people that like you make money. A digital product or an ebook is if you have somebody might have an idea that you do something great. Let's say you cook pies and people keep saying I want to know how to make your pies. If you come to this class tonight, I'll show you how you record something and you could have it available for people to just purchase. And you just make money. You don't have to. If you have an audience and you don't have something to sell them, then that's you that don't have money because money's out there to be made.
You see, this is why I'm thankful for all of y'all. But I got to tell you, this has been already. We're going on a couple of years almost now.
Right.
And I'm talking about the gift, just of what you contribute to the program, what you do. And folks, y'all don't know. Look, if just try and imagine a feeling like it wasn't you that did it, but something that just lights you up, make you melt inside. I mean, that's how y'all have been. And,
thank you.
And look, even in the continual of giving. I mean, listen, folks. Did you hear what Latasha just said?
Free. It is free.
Did you hear that?
Now, if you want the replay, that's different. But if you come live, you can get it for free.
You see, and I'm saying because you got people who have talents. They don't share. The first thing they do is put a big old dollar sign up there.
No!
If I don't blame them. I think when people are giving, those are people who know their work. Mm-hmm. They know how to do their work. Their heart is in the right place. They know what life experiences is like. They know that there are people who could do it if they had a helping hand. Look, you just had a big old hand handed to you.
And it's not going to be what? It's going to show you step by step with the how. And it's wrapping up in a minute. But if you want that, you can reach out to Mr. Anderson and he can give you the way to register for it. It's tonight at 6 p.m. It's free. There you go.
It's free. I don't know about that food. I mean, you're the bad situation now.
Auntie,
you're going to still have some good food.
Like she said, I really, at the end of the day, grandma coming out the hospital tomorrow and stuff like that. So that's really the big
congratulations.
Focus.
She's coming home.
That's the big thing that I'm focusing on for this Thanksgiving. Is just being, you know what I'm saying, the food is nice and all that stuff, but I really do not take my family for granted because I do understand the blessing that I'm able to be in. So I'm not going to take the last minute just talking about my stuff. I do want to necessarily recap, there's a jump on the bus for wufo. There's a soulful Christmas for wufo. We have the event that we're having at Northland, which is on the 10th. We got tours 3 times a week, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Tuesday at 6 p.m., every Wednesday at 10 a.m., every Thursday at 4 p.m., and that's every week rolling. So if you ever want information, pre-enrollment just means information in the tour. So we're trying to have opportunities for those people who are in those symptomal experiences, or if you just need a different experience or different career path at this time of year. So just trying to have opportunity and resources available, but I appreciate y'all for giving me the air time, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Jim and y'all as we close out.
Go ahead and shake them up.
We shake up every week on a Jim Anderson show. I'm privileged to be here just to bring that flavor in. And don't hate, just appreciate what we give you. Styles Violence meets every Friday from 4 p.m. to 5:45 at the Meriwether Library. As youth there, I'm doing the same thing what Austin is talking about. And we're blessed to be here. I'm going to see what my mother and I'm going to be cooking as well. That's when men come home. It's during that time of thing. But Jim Anderson is on you.
Well, I'm going to say, if you hear a knock at the door, just we have the plate ready. You ain't even got to say hello. Just open the door and just leave me to the table. Hey, thank you, community. Thank you, Sheila. King, you the bad man.
Shine gonna be all
They're
over.
not like us. They're not like us.